Two marker. What is going on, everybody? Hopefully, everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan 680.
And this is Lex, guys, back at it again with another movie review.
Let's get right to it, guys. First and foremost, this movie has been on our radar since they released the trailer last year. And come to find out, it was one of those trailers where it had the most views, not associated with a comic book movie or a popular, really a popular genre, like if you will, like superhero films, fantasy or anything like that. It's just a true sci-fi movie, and I do want to recognize that because it had the most trailers competing against, Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman movies that have generated a lot of audiences. So it was really cool to see that Ryan Gosling gets people to watch a movie, a sci-fi film. First and foremost, Lex, I guess read the synopsis for us today, man. What Project Hail Mary?
Absolutely. And as you guys may know, Project Hail Mary is a famous book from Andy Weir, who is a producer on the movie. But whether you read the book or not, I do think this is a fantastic film. And here's the synopsis just to give you a picture there. Science teacher Ryland Grace, played by Ryan Gosling, wakes up on a spaceship light years from home with no recollection of who he is or how he got there. As his memory returns, he begins to uncover his mission. Solve the riddle of the mysterious substance causing the sun to die out. He must call on his scientific knowledge and unorthodox ideas to save everything on Earth from extinction. But an unexpected friendship means he may not have to do it alone.
There you go. First, he's also he also wrote the book for one of my favorite movies, The Martian, I believe. Right? Martian. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And that one's with Matt Damon. That was a great. Did you like that movie?
Yeah, I really loved it.
Yeah. Okay,
I really loved it. It was weird. It was weird to see because I think it came out like a year or two after Interstellar, I think.
Okay,
and it was weird seeing Matt Damon as like a good astronaut, or as opposed to who Matt Damon is in Interstellar. And like I had weird feelings about it. I was like, what if this is his origin story? Just kind of like, of course, like joking, but no, that movie was really great and also did really good in award season, of course. Andy Weir, the author, he's really good at creating these sci-fi stories and kind of doing some world building that still kind of feels grounded, right? Like it doesn't go extremely, it's not sci-fi kind of what you see from Guardians of the Galaxy or anything like that. It remains grounded, and here I think we have a different flavor of it. But like you said, leading Ryan Gosling, which I think he did an amazing job. And it's an untraditional role for him too, because he's not this, tough, born to be a hero guy. It's not his character from Drive. It's I never got to see this, but I know he's also an astronaut in a movie, or it's a movie or a show called For All Mankind.
For All Mankind, yeah. But Apple TV series.
I think in that he's a little more stoic, and so this is very different from Ryan Gosling. I think he got an opportunity to not only showcase all his charisma, but really kind of play around with this character that is not your traditional protagonist. Like he did not want to be a protagonist. Not Ryan Gosling, but in the sense of the character, he doesn't see himself as the main man, the main story driver here. But he, no spoilers here, but he's put in a situation where he's piecing together, like the synopsis says, like he's piecing together his memory and trying to identify how he got here. But he's forced due to circumstances to really rise up to the challenge.
Yeah, no, for sure. And let's put a trailer up real quick and see what we're talking about right now, man. Let's get excited for them, because this trailer was actually really good. Right now, currently still has 24 million views 8 months later, and it's such a really good trailer.
There's a lot of fans of the book, man. I'd say this is one that for sure the fans are.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Please state your name.
Ryland Grace. He spoke up from a coma.
I'm several light years from my apartment, and I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut.
If you don't go, you die. With the rest of us. The sun is dying. You are the only scientist who might know what this says.
I'm just a teacher at Grover Cleveland Middle.
You have a doctorate in molecular biology. I need you to come with us. This is Project Hail Mary. The sun is not the only star dying. Every star was infected by its neighbor except one.
Why? We don't know.
Which is why we built a ship to go there and find out.
It's 11.9 light years away. The astronauts die in space.
It's what you Americans would call a long shot.
Hail Mary. I get it. Who on earth is going to sign up for this?
If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct.
You'll find a solution.
You are my solution.
I put the not an astronaut. I've never done anything. I've never done a space. I can't even moonwalk. I understand the stakes. I do. My place is in the classroom.
The world is counting on you.
This might be very hard for you to understand. But some people are not good at things.
You know who you are. You're gonna do great.
I conquered zero G in 5 hours. Yeah.
Object approaching.
Oh my God. So I met an alien. He's kind of growing on me. At least he's not growing in me, you know, which was a concern for a little while. I'm Grace. I'm going to call you Rocky. Thumbs up. Nope, that's thumbs down. We do the thumbs up. It's close enough.
Damn.
Man.
I had forgotten a lot about the trailer. I know I saw it, but I think like, I might have only seen it once and then forgot about a lot of the things.
Yeah. And we talked about out of theater reaction. And the fact is that this movie, I feel like it wouldn't been as great as it is without Ryan Gosling. I think Ryan Gosling's charmingness and acting skills. I mean, come on, this guy was Ken, made a famous song and got nominated for that song, and it was just like, I'm just Ken, and Ryan Gosling has this character arc. I mean, everyone knows Ryan Gosling. Everyone's seen The Notebook. Everyone knows his character one way or another. You've seen this guy in a particular movie, and everyone knows who he is. So his name got everyone to go see it, and I feel like that his character arc, his acting skills, just really, really ignited the character. It just really, really helped improve the movie way more than expected.
Yeah, because I think it's hard to kind of nail this type of character. It's like I said, the charisma needs to feel natural, and I think that's something that Ryan Gosling definitely has. But I don't know. Like there was a lot about this character. It's also part of how the character is written, right? Like it's the way that the character is written. I love that call to just once again him being perfectly okay with being ordinary, but still showing that when the stakes are high, someone with tremendous ability, and I say ordinary in terms of like the kind of life he wanted to live and the kind of things that he had some failures in the past and things like that, and he kind of let that define him a little bit. But obviously he's a tremendously smart person, and so that's not ordinary on its own, but I think just how the character sees himself is very important, and and to see his evolution and like the synopsis says, without saying too much, I know that the trailer kind of places some hints and stuff like that. I still don't want to piece the whole thing because I do think it's an important movie to experience yourself. But there's a partnership and there's a friendship that forms throughout the movie here that I think also is really the turning point for his character, and he begins to see things differently and rise up to the challenge more and more, and start seeing himself differently, right? But yeah, it takes a special kind of performance to really nail that, and everyone else surrounding him, though, the humans and everything, like they all absolutely delivered.
It's a reflection on himself. It's a smart emotional vision. I mean, I would even argue this is one of the biggest sci-fi movies of this year, because of the fact, it's visually stunning, it's spectacular, it's a sci-fi adventure, if you will. And it's like he didn't see it in himself to be this character, to have this character moment within when the stakes are high. He didn't see that in himself. The other people did. People around him saw that in him.
Yeah.
And he was forced to, and it comes to show, and I'm not spoiling it, but it comes to show sometimes we don't see it within ourselves. It's a reflection to ourselves, right? We don't see it within us, but we need someone to believe in us. And then I just never thought I could do that in my entire life until you believed in me. It could be a friend, could be an enemy. I'm just kidding. Could be anybody, So, so Ryland Grace. It's funny. Ryland Grace is played by Ryan Gosling. Ryland. I thought it was kind of funny.
No, it's spelled differently. It does sound exactly like Ryan, but it's
it's Ryland. Yeah,
Ryland. Yeah, which I had never seen that name, honestly.
Yeah, but I was just like, oh, it's the initials are RG, so I was like, oh, coincidence? I think not. But this mission and everything is just obviously to save the world, if you will, and kind of just because the world's dying. So it just Ryan Gosling performance, like I said already, it's charming, it's surprisingly emotional, like carries you throughout this movie, and he creates this chemistry within, essentially with an alien. We saw the alien in the trailer, so it was with an alien life form, and even though like figures out the speech impediment, figures out everything on his own, and just kind of explains to him what it is to be human. He and the alien, or the alien cyborg, whatever you want to call it, explains to him like what he's doing there, why he's there, and everything. What is their purpose the same? So visuals, it's amazing. Cinematography is really good. It's IMAX level. I don't know if this was filmed in IMAX. I have to confirm, but I don't know if it was filmed in IMAX, but it has very similarities as an IMAX camera. But
I think I think it was. I think or like I know that there's like filmed. There's when you film with IMAX and then film for IMAX. I think there's slightly differences, but I think this happened to be for IMAX. I noticed the difference. I actually saw it again yesterday.
What did you think of watching it again?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. My wife loved it. I think like 15 minutes into the movie, like she looked at me and she's like, "I'm actually glad that we came again," because like we both were like feeling all the emotions that the story tells you and things like that. And I'd say it's even better a second time. The only thing is like we didn't watch it in IMAX the second time. So that's why I felt I could tell the difference. Like the you see the kind of the crop and you see less of the frames essentially as kind of like what the director intended. There's honestly some movies where like I appreciate the I always want to see it how the director intended. But there's some that I'm like, okay, there's a subtle difference, but I can't recall it. This one, I don't know if it's because I watched it in the same week, but I was like, no, I told right away. I was like, it's a different type of crop. And we try to see, like, we sat almost similar to where we would typically sit, but just the scope of an IMAX screen is just it's much bigger.
Yeah.
It's a different experience.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I do recommend everyone to go see this in an IMAX screen. Definitely one of the best films in sci-fi in a long time that Hollywood has really put out. I would say, before that was Interstellar.
Just even not sci-fi, right? Like even if you take out the sci-fi as well, like I do appreciate it is a pure
sci-fi movie,
fest, but on its own, it's just a story of humanity. It's a story of bond and relationships and things like that. And so I truly appreciated what they did here. And like I said, I know we keep talking about Ryan Gosling. The movie primarily focuses on him. And then later on, there's this kind of flashback approach that as he's piecing things together from his memory, all the other actors also absolutely killed it. I want to give a special shout out to the other main doctor. She's kind of the one that pieces or puts everyone together. Did they ever mention her? She mentioned her name, but she has like a European accent, so I might have missed it. But she's played by Sandra Hüller, and she's kind of spearheading this Project Hail Mary initiative, putting all the best minds of the world together. And yeah, also I think her character contrasting, the humanity, where you can tell she's doing things for good, but she has to make the tough calls at times. I think she wore that on her face and her performance, just the pain that causes, but also the certainty and conviction that you have to make those decisions. So I want to give a special shout out to her. And I know we didn't mention it, Ryan, but this is a movie director by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. So that pair, I think they've done absolutely great work. They're essentially credited for also the Spider-Verse universe, right? And I think in everything that I've seen them in, and it's just amazing. I never got to see, like, I love the Lego movie. I love the Spider-Verse movies. I never got to see the Mitchells and the Machines, but I also heard it's quite good. And then 21 Jump Street, right? Like the OGs, like they know humor. They know how to cater to these stories that need that level of charisma. And so, but I would say out of their movies, like this is up there in quality with some of the very best work that they've done.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's the thing too, is that, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, they both really have a good, it's crazy to me because normally when you make these kind of movies, it's usually one director, right? Because that really like is directing the whole time. But very interesting to see two directors really come in and change the shape and form. But if I'm not mistaken, Phil Lord, this is his first is this one of his first directing, or like his second or third? Because I feel like I was kind of going through his credits and I don't think he has too much of
because all of the stuff that they've done is in pair, so he's director credited for the other ones. I think the Lego movie, Lego Batman, Spider-Man. I think they've written stuff separately, but I think that when they direct, they've directed together. I'm almost sure.
Okay, I know it brings the credit kind of down, but he was executive producer for Solo, a Star Wars movie. Phil Lord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, Lego Batman. I actually like Lego Batman, but I'm biased already because Batman's the best. So, but he didn't direct it though. It was directed by Chris McKay.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't direct Lego Batman. It was directed by Chris McKay. So, but anyways, going back to this movie and everything. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised with this film. And rating, Lex, what do you give this rating? 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest.
Oh man, having seen it again, I think this has to be the first 10 for me of the year.
Damn.
The first time. I think it's there. I saw it again. There's no notes. Context, I didn't read the book, right? So perhaps if I read the book, even though so far the people that have read the book and I've seen them react to the movie, they feel like it's a very fair adaptation. Obviously, it's really hard to live up to a book, especially something written by Andy Weir. But maybe if I had the book, it might place differently. But just reviewing it as a movie, seeing where it took me, how it made me feel, kind of the feeling that I got out of the theater. Man, this is a 10 for me.
Gotcha.
Incredible.
I'm so close. I'm so close to a 10. I'm probably like a 9.7, like a 9.7. Okay. I don't know. I feel like that, it definitely gave me the jeepers. The really, really like, oh man, this is great. This is why, I said it in our theater reaction. This is why we talk about movies. It's because of movies like this that make us feel a certain way. And this is definitely one of those movies that make us really expand. Like, this is why I watch movies, because I want to have this emotional feeling, this depth and everything. But it's so close to a 10. I don't know, man. This is before we even see the Odyssey. This is before we even see Dune. This is even before, like, we still got a lot of great films coming out. So honestly, I'm very surprised the timing it came out in. I feel like that this movie should have. I honestly thought it was later or during the summer. I honestly thought it was, and then I was all like, oh, 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh crap, it comes out 2 weeks. I was like, oh man, it's a March movie. I did not know that. So for March Madness, I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's yeah. I mean, this could have very well been a summer blockbuster and things like that. But I think it's good that they kind of set the tone for great movies at the start of the year. And then I mean, look at Sinners, right? Sinners last year. Sinners was tremendous on the awards category. It was praised by a lot of people, and it got released relatively early in the year. I forget if it was April, March or April. Yeah. So yeah, maybe something very similar. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of bangers coming this year. But yeah, I feel like no matter what, like I think this is going to sit up there with some of the very best of what we've seen this year, or what we'll see this year.
Most definitely, guys. All right, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 9.7, and then Lex give it a 10, man. Wow, I can't believe that. 10 out of 10, dude.
I'm a sucker for these kind of stories.
What'd you say?
I'm a sucker for these kind of stories and just the characters.
Yeah, no, same here, man. I love sci-fi. I love the adventure, and just go see this in the biggest theater possible, guys. You know what to do. Go check it out. We don't have 4DX in San Antonio. I know, I'm pissed. We don't have it here. You have it in Austin. And then where's the other screen called? It's I think I've seen it at Regal, where it's like 3 screens. And it goes
I haven't seen those. Yeah, I've seen them online, but I don't know nearby us.
So the closest one is Houston. And I can't remember what it was, but what style is it called? Like, what do they call it?
I don't know.
It's not 4DX. Yeah. Oh, okay. I forgot what it's called. But anyways, go see it in that format. I do recommend seeing it the biggest screen possible. If you have that format available in Houston, oh my God, I will go see every superhero movie there. I will go see, like, I mean, for 3 screens. Come on. I mean, dude, bruh. I'm just saying, like, it's a money maker, and I feel like that this movie is going to make a lot of money, and it's going to get a lot of people to talk. I feel like, here's the thing, I feel like opening weekend, it's going to do good, but also I feel like people are going to talk about it so much. I know people at work that do not watch fucking movies, but they are reading the book, and they're like, I'm gonna binge the book, or I'm gonna fast track the book because I don't want to watch the movie, because apparently the idea format of it from the book, and we found it out from the book to the movie, is revealed too quickly without spoiling it. We're not going to spoil it. And so you want to be surprised. So that's why I know people who already started the book. They're like, no, I'm going to fast track the book, read it fast. And then it's not even that long. I think it says like 400 pages. Fast track it, and then go see the movie next week. So we'll see how the box office goes, man. But this movie will have legs. I feel like it does. I feel like it will. Absolutely. It'll have legs. So if this opening weekend does medium what they projected, I feel like next week we're going to stay in that medium realm and kind of stay in that formula and everything. Because again, I really hope everyone has to go see this movie. I hope everyone sees this film in the biggest screen possible, at an IMAX screen, preferably. If you can, if it's a little expensive, but I do recommend go seeing this in IMAX. I know tickets were like $50, but Regal, I'm just saying, guys, I'm not affiliated by Regal by any means, but I'm just saying, you get a Regal Unlimited pass, it'll pay for itself right there. Just saying, guys. All right, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Any final thoughts, Lex, you want to give out to the people out there, to the moviegoers?
Check out the movie, and if this, even if you watch the movie and then you're interested in reading the book, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna pick up the book myself, because I like to see how it differs a bit.
There you go. Awesome, guys. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. And do not forget, guys, to be sure to like, share, subscribe to us on our Movie Talk channel. You know what to do, guys. This will be released later in the day. I'm going to work on this later in the day and everything on our YouTube channel. But yeah, do not forget, guys, like, share, subscribe. And yeah, as always, I'm your host, Ryan D, Ryan680.
And this was Lex, guys. Take care. Go watch some movies, and see you next time.
All right, guys. See you at the movies. Latest. Peace.